In this question, we are being asked to find the quadratic curve of best fit, which most closely represents the given data set. First, we have to input our data into our list. So we go ahead and we hit Stat and Enter. I noticed that I already have data in here, so I could just simply go to the top of list 1, hit Clear, and then Enter, and that clears out that list. And then over here, go to the top of list 2, push Clear, and then Enter, and that'll clear list 2. Of course, your other option for clearing a list is doing second plus, and let's say I had a number of lists in, I would just want to clear all the lists, and this might be a little faster. Hit number 4 and then Enter, and that would have cleared all the lists. Now we're going to go back to Stat and Enter in order to input our data. So first we're going to input our X coordinates into list 1. Now just keep in mind which ones are our X coordinates. The -8, the -7, the -6, the -5, the 3, the 5, and the 7. So go ahead and put those in as our list 1. So here we have -8, we have -7, and do not rush as you put in this data because it is very easy to make a mistake. Just like I did, I just put in a minus, I believe, because I just decided to use the keyboard. So I just have to make sure I use my negative key. And then -5, 3, 5, and finally 7. Now I'm going to go back up and I'm going to input my Y's. And just remember that my Y's are my second coordinate, also known as our range. And I forgot to ask this question. Those X coordinates was known as our, very good, our domain. Okay, so let's go back to putting in our range. So these are our ranges. Remember the second coordinate? Now let's go ahead and put those in. Let's bring back up our calculator. And we're going to have 80.4, 57.8, 38.6, 22.8, 18.8, 51.8, and 98.4. Now, before I move forward, I really should go through my list and just make sure I inputted my data correctly. And it looks like we did. Now, in order to actually get the calculator to calculate this quadratic line for us here, we want to ask the calculator to do a calculation for us. Since this is still statistics, we're dealing with data, we're going to hit the Stat button. A calculation, we arrow over to Calc. And we're going to hit number 5 because that will give us the quadratic line of best fit. And then we go ahead and push Enter. And here is the information that we need. Now just remember that here is our equation for a quadratic, which is y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. The a is your coefficient of the x squared term, the b is the coefficient of your x term, and the c is the constant. So now which one of these choices correspond to this? Excellent. Choice D.